program is coming to you from the headquarters of the 2nd Marine Division. We are aboard the United States ship Cambria, a fat troop transport anchored in the picturesque harbor of Nagasaki, Japan, where we arrived a very short time ago. Your announcer is Captain Weldon James. This is a great day in the history of the 2nd Marine Division. After Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Saipan, Tinian, and Okinawa, these Marines are now staring at the land of the defeated enemy. Within a few hours, they will be landing on the docks of Nagasaki. At this moment, we are waiting here in the middle of the harbor for the Japanese authorities to come aboard and get their orders from our commander, Major General LeRoy P. of Berkeley, California. As we came upstream a short time ago, we passed a beautiful sight. 2 United States Navy hospital ships, gleaming white against the dinginess of the Nagasaki waterfront. Aboard them, we are told, are 700 American and Allied ex-prisoners of war, rescued by victory, ready now for the long dream voyage home. It was a touching sight indeed as we passed them. They lined the decks of the hospital ships to cheer and wave and cheer repeatedly as the great transports of Marines passed by. On the topmost deck of one of them, I could see the frail forms of 4 women in civilian clothing. We could only guess as to who they were or what their prison experience had been. But as long as the Marines remained in sight, these 4 frail women continued to wave and to wave. And through our glasses, we could see that 2 of them wept as they waved. Below us on the main deck of this ship, hundreds of Marines and sailors are staring curiously at the green hills of Nagasaki. Every man aboard is eager for his first sight of the Japanese officials, who are expected to arrive momentarily. Here in the wardroom of the ship, 2 conference tables, placed side by side, are floodlighted for the benefit of our photographers. Beyond the lighted tables are scores of men and officers, all set to watch the conference. A Japanese small boat is pulling alongside us now on the starboard beam. Private First Class Samuel Davis of West Jefferson, North Carolina, standing near me in this corner, has just observed that every man-jack here is saucer-eyed. They do look interested, all right, but they also look mean. This is the closest these Marines have ever been to the Japs without shooting. Here they come, a procession of 7 Japanese, headed by a Lieutenant General of the Jap Army. That would be Lieutenant General Toguchi, the senior Jap commander in this area. The general and his companions are now being frisked by Marine guards. Instead of being piped aboard or any other such nonsense, the Japs are getting a thorough going over before they are brought up the ladder to this wardroom. Most of them are taking it absolutely cold. They look impassive. But one, a little civilian official in a cutaway, scowls with obvious anger as a Marine frisks him. It sounds impossible, but I'd swear he turned pale with repressed emotion. They're entering the wardroom now, and Captain William Brown of Scarsdale, New York, is directing them to their places at the table. Captain Brown speaks excellent Japanese. He lived in Japan for some 8 years. He will serve as interpreter for General Hunt and his staff. The general has just entered the wardroom. Captain Brown barks attention in Japanese. Kyotosuke, that is. The Japs have leaped to their feet. The general and his aides are sitting down, and the Japs follow suit. With General Hunt is his assistant division commander, Brigadier General John Walker of Azle, Texas, several Marine colonels, and 2 naval officers. The Japs wait expectantly as General Hunt, looking twice as stern as anyone has ever seen him look before, stares through and beyond them, then looks down at his notes. The wardroom is dead silent. We'll switch microphones now and pick up General Hunt as he speaks to the Japanese.
Marine Division has been ordered to Nagasaki to enforce the terms of surrender imposed by the Allied power and of which you have been advised. We shall expect of you meticulous observance of the terms of surrender and immediate and complete execution of orders which you shall receive from us. Specific directives will be issued to you later in this connection. For the present, you will be prepared to provide such assistance as is required in the establishment of this force ashore. There is certain preliminary information which we require. A member of my staff will present to you pertinent questions, the answers to which you will provide immediately. Or, if the information is not presently available, you will obtain upon your return to your headquarters ashore, where you will hold yourself in readiness to carry out our further orders.
That's it, straight and to the point. The general has finished his business here. Without a further look at the Japanese, and without waiting for Captain Brown's interpretation of his remarks, he is stalking out of the wardroom as everyone stands at attention. Now the others at the conference table are sitting down again, and the staff officers are drawing out maps and charts, ready to get down to details. The conference to date is one of the shortest on record. General Hunt has told the Japs in brief to obey his orders or else. Now his aides are ready to give those orders in detail. And within a few minutes, as planned, the Marines will take to their landing craft and head for the docks of Nagasaki. Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Saipan, Tinian, Okinawa, now Japan. This is it, all right, but a different this is it from the grim old D-days of the past. It's the end of the long journey, and these Marines are ready for it.